Hello and welcome to another episode of the Lekker podcast. My name is Jalene and I'm coming to you from Bloemfontein in South Africa. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. If you're a new viewer, I really hope that you'll enjoy this content. Today is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode because instead of me filming this every 3 weeks, I am filming this on my second weekend because we are giving away the wonderful yarns from Big Fox Yarn for the mystery knit along of Stephen West. All right, so let me quickly discuss what has been going on for the last 2 weeks, and then we will discuss my whips. I don't have any finished objects, and what I have acquired, and then obviously talk about the mystery knit along of Stephen West, as well as I have a little bit small giveaway as well. All right, so life has been great for the last 2 weeks, except this last week was hectic at work. It's been really busy, long days. I've been so stressed, and I was actually starting with a migraine on Thursday, and I came back home from work on Friday and I just went to bed and slept, and then at least I woke up a little bit better. But yeah, no, this week was really busy, and not really a lot of things except for my husband and daughter decided on a whim to attend the Comic Con festival in Johannesburg yesterday. So the plan was for the both of them to drive through to Johannesburg, attend the function or the conference, the comic convention, and then come back the same day. And it just started raining. Nice. It's really dark outside. I'm interrupting myself. Sorry. And then I would have stayed behind. I would have filmed my podcast and spent time with the 3 cats, with Maximus and Katie and Pepper. They are sleeping that side on a couch there, looking out of the big window. And then my husband said, but why don't you drive with us, and then you take the vehicle and then you drive towards Pretoria and you go visit your friends. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I looked up and I talked to friends, and I then realized it is the Stoepmark. So the Naughty Habit and Colors of Amalfi always have once a month, at the end of the month, the last Saturday of the month, they visit the R&R Bistro in Pretoria, and then there's a lot of ladies and people that come along and knit and crochet together, and they have pop-up shops there, Naughty Habit and Colors of Amalfi. And that was the Saturday. So obviously I jumped into the vehicle, drove with them, dropped them off in Johannesburg, drove along to Pretoria, and I sat at the R&R Bistro having such a great time. It was lovely to meet some of you. It's lovely ladies, and then spend time with my friends. That was really nice. So that was an unplanned event. And then maybe I just need to tell you, next Saturday, the 1st of October, I will be in Benoni at Die Volleys, and Naughty Habit will have a pop-up shop there as well. So this I've been looking forward to for such a long time. So yeah, I will be driving through, spend time with my friends, and then I'm actually taking a friend with me on the road, Elmarie. So it will be me and myself and Elmarie jumping into the vehicle, going to Die Volleys, and then we come back the same day. It's not so far, but some people think I'm crazy. Anyway, so that's life, and I only have 3 whips, so I'm trying to get my work done so that I have finished objects before the mystery knit along starts. So I'm holding thumb. So I basically have a week and a half still left, and I'm pushing really hard to get my things done so that I can knit solidly on the mystery knit along from Stephen West. That will start on the 6th of October, but let's talk about that a little bit later. All right, so my first whip that I have, it's 2 knitting whips and a spinning whip. Right, so the first one is the Breezy V of Yumiko Alexander that I'm doing. It's that pattern. It's a sport weight yarn I'm using, and I'm really loving it. It's really just a mindless, great knit. I don't have to think a lot, except for when I need to change my colors. I have to count my rows. But I am absolutely loving it. I'm keeping it in this bag that I got as a present from my friend. I'm loving this bag so much. And oh whoa, wait, I have 2 completed panels. Let me quickly go and grab them. So I threw the 2 completed panels in a basket because I took my whips with me yesterday and I wanted to put everything in a smaller bag. So that's why it was not in this bag. But anyway, alrighty, so the last time we spoke, so it's 4 panels that you knit, and then you attach the sides and the sides and the front and the neck, all those parts, and then you knit a little bit more on the bottom, both on the back and the front. So what I did was I knitted the 2 panels together last week, and then I will show you what I'm doing now. So this is the one panel. And this is the other panel, the front panels. All right, so it will now be fastened in the front, it will be fastened in the back, but you need to block it before you put the panels together. So it will stretch out a bit. You can see it's nice because it will be a nice and flowy and drapey top, a top that you threw over a stripy top, a strappy top, for instance. All right, so the last time we spoke, I think, what was I busy with knitting? Let me see. I think it was this, yeah, I was about there. So this is a stitch marker or a progress keeper from Anna Gret. She's from Pin Cushion Crafts. She's making the most beautiful stitch markers. And yeah, I was knitting these 2 panels together on a 1 circular needle. Right, so this is what I've been doing. I hear the thunder. We might be interrupted by thunder. Okay, let me continue. But this time around, for the last 2 panels, I decided to do only 1 panel at a time, because I had to keep my bearings going with the yarns, always spinning around each other. Not spinning, that's not the right word, right? What is the right word? Like, yeah, it just became a tangled mess. And I knew that now I needed to travel the weekend and maybe also next weekend. Well, I'm going to travel next weekend, and then I don't want to struggle on the road or when I'm at a function or a venue with untangling the 2 yarns. So this is how far I am with this panel. I'm almost halfway. I'm on the last stretch of this panel, and then I still need to do the 4th panel. So it's really going really quick. I am knitting this on 3.75 millimeter needles. This is Knit Pro Symphonies. I love the wooden needles. When I'm doing my socks, I love metal needles, but when I do large objects and sweaters, then I prefer my wooden needles. I don't know why. It's less slippery, I think. So yes, that's what I'm doing. And I'm using the yarn of Moya. It's Moya Shimmer which is a bamboo and cotton mix. It's one of my favorite bases, the bamboo and cotton mixes. It's a great summer yarn, especially in South African climates. And I'm using 3 colors for this: the glint colorway, radiance, and desert sand. I would have used radiance mostly, that is what I would like to do, but I've been using from my stash. My cotton shimmer stash is here at the bottom, and I only had 2 radiance balls of yarn. It's 50 grams balls of yarn. So then desert sand was a close second, so I decided to run with desert sand. So that's my first project, the Breezy V top, which is really a great knit. I think the pattern calls for light fingering yarn held double so that you can get a sport weight yarn, but I decided, let me use the cotton and shimmer. It's nice. Alrighty, so that's the first one. My second top, so I'm all about summer tops now, summery things. That's what I want to knit. And so the second one is also a top. It's the Rocket Tee top from Tannis Fiber Arts. Let me show you. So Tannis Lavely is the designer. The poor papers looks like it has been through a war, honestly. I'm using this. What I do is I file my patterns, and then mostly I reuse a lot of my patterns, like the muscle burr, my socks. The Rocket Tee and the Breezy V I'm probably going to make again. I'm really loving these patterns. So I'm keeping this in a bag that I got from my mother, or yeah, it's one of her belongings. The zip now, unfortunately, it's full of cat hair, but the zip decided to go. It's not properly properly closed anymore, but that's fine. It's great still to use. It's special. Alrighty, but I'm using this yarn. What am I? You know what? I actually totally lied to you. The Breezy V, I'm not knitting it on a 3.75. I'm knitting it on a 5.5. Let me just make sure. Where's my needles? Needle thingy. It's a 5.5. It's already off the needle. I will just confirm and I will let you know, but I was lying. I am knitting this Rocket Tee top on a 3.75, and I am loving this pattern. I talked about it in the previous episode of how it's constructed. So the top up until where the V-neck closes, you go back and forth as a flat, and then you join in the round. And I've been really doing so well. I've knitted quite a lot. Actually, this week I didn't have a lot of knitting time. It was crazy. I would have been probably done with this top if life was not so hectic. But yeah, this is the top. I'm really loving it. The last time we spoke, I was at this there. This is a progress keeper or stitch marker from Itsy Klein. You know, I love Itsy Klein. It was one of the stitch markers that came with the yarn box or the sock box. I can't remember. And I'm using a 3.75 millimeter needle. Here is the beginning of round stitch marker, also from Itsy Klein. I'm loving it. I love the stitch marker. It's so pretty. And I'm using the yarn. It is a Kismet Rainbow. Kismet is here in South Africa. I'm using the rainbow yarn. Here's the Kismet name. You can see this is the exact cake that I used. So I'm almost done with this cake. Let me show you how much I've got left. This is the amount that I have left. So the plan is, I don't think my top is long enough yet. So I'm going to dive into this section of the yarn, doing some more brown in this beautiful blue color. And then I'm going to do the I-cord edging for the sleeves and the neckline from the inside of the cake. So I will have a lot left over. There is 800 meters for 200 grams on this. This is the exact same weight as a skepious wool. I've taken out my skepious because I want to start a project once the MCAL is done. But it's also the same type as this durable yarn. So the only thing is with skepious and with this durable color cake, there's 1,000 meters for 250 grams. But when you work it out meterage per gram, if memory serves me well, it's 4 meters per 1 gram for all of these cakes. So you would probably need one full cake, which is 250 grams of a skepious or a durable, and then you'll be able to complete one top. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, that's why I need to dive into this, because this only has 800 meters on this cake, 200 grams. All right, but that's no problem. That is what I'm busy with. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm almost at the end stages. And then I'll be wearing this top. And it's so lovely and soft. This is a acrylic and cotton mix. So 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. Very nice. Also great for summertime. Alrighty, so that is that project. Then, with regards to my spinning, so I tried to spin on every Sunday, and I'm done spinning with this fiber. So the fiber, it's roses. It's a superwash merino from Annelie Unraveled. I did show it in the last episode. And let me show you how it looks. So I've done 2 bobbins. It's not equal weight though. So the idea is to ply these together. That will be my first plying attempt. So that's what I did. So that is the first bobbin. And I'm loving the colors. It's really pretty. This roses colorway is gorgeous. Annelie is just a master with coloring, really. You can see I'm getting there in terms of spinning my yarn. Sometimes it's a mess, sometimes it's not. But overall, I'm doing much better than my first fiber that I spun. So the idea is to ply these 2 together. And yeah, I'll keep you posted. So this is not done yet. This is still a work in progress. So I'm loving this. And then I lied. I have a 4th whip. There's a lot of lying today. I'm sorry. I have fiber on my spinning wheel as well. It's also from Annelie Unraveled. And if memory serves me right, I think the name of the fiber is Red Streak. So it's this beautiful teal color, and then sometimes this like definite boom red color that's coming through. It's really pretty. So I just started that project last week Sunday after I finished spinning this. So that's on my wheel. I'll take a photo and I'll pop it in the video here so that you can have a look. All right, so that is all the projects. So let's quickly talk about what I have acquired since you last saw me. So after I gave the giveaway from Naughty Habit in the last episode, the knitting loops, I decided I think I need to buy myself those knitting loops. So in a few episodes back, I showed you it's almost like the same type of knitting loop, but I didn't know where to acquire those knitting loops, and I just went to my local bead shop and I bought that tube where it's hollow inside. But with that, what do you call a tube? It's quite thick And also, yeah, the diameter is quite wide, so it's not a small knitting loop. It's also very rubbery, so I'm struggling to move the stitches from my knitting needle over onto the loop. And when I saw the knitting loop that I gave away in that episode from Knit Naughty Habit, I decided, no, I have to buy a knitting loop, especially with my rocketee that I'm now knitting. So, and then you know what happens if you go online and then you shop and then you see more stuff and then, you know, things happen. That's what happened. So I bought knitting loops from Naughty Habit. It's really, really awesome. I love this knitting loops. It's a game changer. It's much better than the one that I got from the beading shop, that I can tell you. It's awesome. And then I bought also some more of these stitch markers from Naughty Habit. I hope you can see. This round. This works great for when you, for instance, have pattern repeats, either color work or lace work, but the pattern is repeating every 12 stitches or whatever the case might be, to put these knitting stitch markers in between those rounds so that you can keep track of the pattern repeats. It works great for that. Raglan increases on a sweater, so I bought more of these because I needed more. And then I bought a gauge ruler because, I hope you can see, this is I'm keeping everything upside down. There we go. So this is a 2 centimeter and a 1 centimeter gauge ruler. Normally when I design and I do my gauge swatches and I measure everything, I'm using a little bit of a small ruler, and I thought, no, I think I need to step up my game. So, so now I have a gauge ruler from Naughty Habit. So that's quite helpful. And then I always wanted to buy a Kaizo knot stopper from Naughty Habit. So this is what I bought. Isn't that just beautiful? It's a fingering 3-ply superwash, 75% merino, 25% nylon. There is 366 meters on here for 100 gram. And it's beautifully just balled up, right? So this makes mini stripes or stripy socks when you are knitting socks. So this is beautiful. And I love this. This reminds me of a colorful bird. What do you call those birds? I can't remember. But it's beautiful. So I wanted to buy this also. And then Mrs. Naughty put in some biscuits, lovely biscuits from Blue Spoons. It's like a shortcake cookie. Lovely. I'm gonna have that now with coffee. And then, as always, she writes the most beautiful letters. But before I show you what she sent me, when Mrs. Naughty and Mr. Naughty visited America in August, going to visit their children in America, and I asked her if she can please bring me along stitch markers, Floops stitch markers. And so she did. I gave her money and then she brought me this. And then part of her thank you letter was a phlox. It's a cable needle or a stitch holder or a stitch marker or a drop stitch fixer and a seam bosser. Some of our local online stores also now have these in their stores. So have a look out. So this will work wonderfully for my mystery knit along that's coming along with Stephen West, because he's asking for a cable needle. So I'm going to use that as my cable needle. And then she always packs the most beautiful letter to say, thank you so much for your support. So yeah, I'm excited about this. And then when I visited yesterday the Stoepmark, I visited Colors of Amalfi shop yesterday. I'm so excited about that because it was great to meet Mariki in person, the owner of Colors of Amalfi. And so she's got this awesome yarn from John Arbon. Is it John Arbon Textiles or just John Arbon? I can't remember. But also more yarns from international yarns. And I was looking at the colors there and it's just gorgeous. And I want to do a non-superwash sweater in color work next year. That is what I would love to do. So I bought this yarn first. This is a Devonia, an elegant blend of Devon bred fiber. So this is not merino, it's a Devon bred fiber. It's a four ply weight, right? And there is 388 meters on 100 gram skein. This is 50% blue face fiber or yarn. That is the sheep bred, right? And then 30% blue faced Leicester, and then 20% Wensleydale. So it's 100% Devon wool. It's made in the UK. And obviously this is a non-superwash merino. This is a sage sprig color. So this is the color that I bought. And the idea is that every month or every second month, I'm gonna buy an extra skein, but not in this colorway. Or other colors, I have an idea of already. I think I know what I want. But then I will work my sweater quantity up, you know, up until maybe next year, April, and then start on this project. Yeah, so then I will do a colorwork project in more than just 2 colors. That's the idea. So that is what I bought. And then she guided me and said I must also then, when I start to use this non-superwash wools, then do buy myself a proper shampoo for the yarn. So this is Eucalyptus Delicate in the lavender, fragrance. So this is 100 milliliters. This is coming from, let me tell you, I don't know where it's coming from. In Canada. I think it's in Canada. Yep. So she imports this from Canada. So yeah, so you will see me building up a sweater to quantity over the next few months. So I'll buy every 1 month or second month, I'll buy a skein so that I can do the challenge of having more than only 2 colors in a sweater, in a colorwork sweater. So that's what I want to attempt next year. Alrighty, that's all the things. That is all the things. So let me talk about the mystery knit along. We're also very excited. I want to thank you for all the comments and all the likes and engagement on my previous episode and all my other episodes for that matter. And yeah, I really enjoy reading it, and yeah, that's really special. So we're going to be starting the mystery knit along from Stephen West. It's Twists and Turns on the 6th of October. The first clue will come out. So we don't have any clue of how the shawl will look like. It's a shawl that we all knit. This is done yearly. It's an annual thingy that's happening this time of the year. And then you get the first clue. And if you are a new knitter or older knitter and you want a challenge, it's really a great way of learning new techniques. And Stephen is such a great teacher. With every week's new clue that comes out, he always has a video showing you without any effort how to deal with the techniques. And I promise you, he's such a great teacher, you will find it so easy. And you would probably not even know you're doing crazy difficult things, because he is breaking it down in such a way that you don't even know that you're doing advanced things. So if you want to challenge yourself or you want to maybe learn new techniques, I really highly recommend you consider joining the mystery knit along. You know, I started knitting last year May. So May, June, July, August, September, October. 5 months later, I took the plunge and I did the knit along, the mystery knit along, and it was so much fun. I really did a lot, and that just, you know, what's the right word? Just quickly put you in a higher, you know, class of, you will probably not consider yourself a beginner anymore once you've done the mystery knit along. It's really a lot of fun. So there's a lot of people joining, and I will be hosting also a weekly Zoom session. We have our first session on the 2nd of October, where we will do a meet and greet and winding our yarn up and have a party, getting to know each other. The idea is that we support each other, and if you're taking 2 weeks to knit on Clue 1 or 3 weeks, it's fine. It's just there to speak to like-minded people doing the same mystery knit along and have fun. So if you're interested, please pop me an email, send me an email to sales@madebyjalene.com, and then I will send you the WhatsApp link. We are all on WhatsApp as well. We talk there daily. And then on that WhatsApp group, you will get the Zoom link for the weeks that will come. So that is purely to have fun together and knit together and talk together and support each other and cheer each other on and to be of assistance to each other. So if you're interested, you're more than welcome to join. It will be lovely to have you. Alrighty. So for the previous episode, I asked you please help me. I've got 3 kits. Please help me choose my kit. So you are choosing my kit that I will be using to knit this mystery knit along. And I showed you 3 pictures, and I went through all the comments and I tallied up the numbers. And where is my numbers? Hold on. I'm quickly going to fetch it. All right. So it was so interesting because I loved all 3 kits. Kit 1 is elegant and beautiful with the cream and the white and the red as the pop of color. And kit 2 was really a nice kit to have because it will be versatile, especially when you're wearing your, your jeans. You know, and it's probably a kit that will work with everything in your cupboards. And then kit 3 is this beautiful purple, and the colors, it's also pretty. So I was so excited to see what you guys chose, and there was 17 votes for kit number 1, 12 votes for kit number 2, and for kit 3, 22 votes. So I will be buying the kit 3 from Big Fox Yarns. It's beautiful. So thank you so much for participating and help me to choose. I also did that last year on Instagram. I knitted my shawl with cowgirl blues, and the people also, the community also made the decision for me. So thank you for making that decision for me. I'm definitely going to enjoy that colorway as well. So I'll be buying that. So you'll see me knitting on that. And then we did a giveaway in collaboration with Big Fox Yarns. So that kit, and the name is on my phone now because I just used comment picker. I think it's Annette Shenfield. I hope I say it right. So Annette, congratulations. Please pop me an email to sales@madebyjalene so that I can get connected, and send me your address as well as your mobile number so that I can courier it to you. Congratulations and enjoy this amazing gift. All right, so that was so much fun. But I thought, let us not walk away from this episode empty-handed. So I'm going to take something from my stash. Because I am knitting on the Rocketee, I thought, let me grab one of my rainbows and has it as a giveaway, because I think even if you are more smaller than me, I think I'm knitting an extra large. I can't remember the sizing on my Rockety, I'm so sorry. But you would probably even be able to get away with 800 meters of yarn. So I'm going to give away this rainbow metallic cake from Kismet Yarns, which is coming from my stash. It has some glitter in it. It's really beautiful. I think it will be an elegant top if you want to make a top. You don't have to make a top. You can do whatever you want with this yarn. And yeah, that will be so much fun. So if you're interested in winning this yarn, then just use the word rainbow in your comment. And then I'll choose the winner in the next episode. So yes, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give it a like. And please comment and tell me what you think. If you're excited about the MCAL, what do you think about my kit number 3 that I'm going to use? And and then also consider subscribing if you have not done so. Thank you so much for all your love, and I hope that you will have a blessed time until we see each other again. Bye.